Hello. In continuation of our discussion in respect of reconciliation of cost and financial accounts, let us look into the next problem. The problem reads as: the net profit as per financial accounts of UB Limited amounted to rupees 18,550. The profit as per cost accounts were rupees 28,660. On reconciling the figure, the following differences were noted. Serially, in toto, 5 differences were enlisted. A. Directors' fees not charged in cost accounts rupees 1,050. B. Provision for bad debt rupees 970. C. Bank interest credited rupees 30. Fourth one, provision for income tax rupees 8,300. Last one, over recovery of overheads in cost accounts rupees 180. So now you have been asked to prepare reconciliation statement. So now we can either take profit as per cost accounts as the basis, or we can take profit as per financial accounts as the basis. When one set of accounts, when we take it as basis, we will end up with another books of accounts. So now in this problem, let us take into consideration profit as per cost accounts as the basis. Now you go through the solution. Profit as per cost account stood at rupees 28,660. In the first pair of the problem, it is specifically given. Now you go through the reasons for difference or the reasons for imbalance in between the profit in between these two sets of accounts. A. Directors' fees not charged in cost accounts. Now, directors' fees when is not charged in cost accounts being the first transaction specifically given in the problem, if it is included or if it is taken into consideration to ascertain the profit, then definitely the profit as per cost accounts, it would have been less by a margin of rupees 1,050. Now, because directors' fees, it has not been taken into consideration under cost books or under cost account, definitely it has led towards increasing the profit by a margin or by a magnitude of rupees 1,050. Now, when profit automatically in the absence of this entry, profit as per cost account got inflated by a margin of rupees 1,050, it has to be deducted. In the sense, it has to be lessened. Therefore, for the purpose of reducing or deducting, for the purpose of lessening, definitely directors' fees not charged in cost accounts, it has been included under the caption less. Then second one, B. Provision for bad debt rupees 970. Any kind of such provision we find only in financial sets of accounts or financial books, but not in cost records. Now, being an item of debit entry, definitely when it does not appear in cost record, because it is not at all a cost component or cost item, it has not been included in cost account. If it were to be taken into consideration, then the profit would have been less by a magnitude of rupees 970. But in this problem, because it has not been taken into consideration, profit as per cost account, it got increased or it rose by a margin or magnitude of rupees 970. Therefore, when profit as per cost account, when because of absence of this second transaction in its books of accounts, when it rose, definitely it has to be lessened or it has to be deducted. Therefore, under the less column, it is written as or it is solved as provision for bad debt not included or incorporated in cost accounts stood at rupees 970. Second transaction is over. Now, you concentrate upon the third transaction. Bank interest credited rupees 30. When it is specifically given that bank interest is credited, where it would be credited? It will be credited only in your profit and loss account, or also called as your financial account. Now, profit in the sense bank interest having been credited to profit and loss account, but this corresponding entry we never find in cost books. Why we never find it in cost books? Because cost account or cost records show only the different items of costs or the different elements of costs. It does not include any source of income or credit entry. Therefore, its impact upon profit as per cost account is that definitely when bank interest is credited and shown on the credit side of the profit and loss account, but corresponding such credit entry when we never find in cost books, definitely it has resulted in lessening the profit as per cost records. Definitely having resulted in lessening the profit as per cost records by an amount of rupees 30, it again has to be added back to the profit as per cost record, because we have to inflate the profit by an amount of rupees 30, and as such it has been added to the profit as per cost account, and you go through the solution, add bank interest credited rupees 30 is shown. Then fourth one, provision for income tax rupees 8,300. Say it is just like provision for bad debt. Next transaction being provision for income tax. Our cost account or cost sheet, it has nothing to do in relation to income tax. You know, provision for income tax only appearing in financial sets of accounts or financial books, but such provision for income tax, it will never appear in cost records. Had it appeared in cost records, then profit as per cost records or profit as per cost account, it would have come down by rupees 8,300. But here, because we do not find the provision for income tax in cost account, the profit as per cost account automatically got inflated or got increased or got hiked by an amount of rupees 8,300. Therefore, when profit as per cost account got hiked by an amount of rupees 8,300, it to bring it at par with the profit as per financial account, it has to be deducted. Therefore, in the solution under the less column, say it is written provision for income tax rupees 8,300. Fourth transaction is over. Then fifth transaction, over recovery of overhead in cost account. Over recovery of overhead in cost account rupees 180. Now this can be convinced with the help of an example. Say presume, it is only an assumption, presume profit and loss account is debited under the head expenses at rupees 200. Simply I have taken the figure of rupees 200. You don't go through the problem because rupees 200 is nowhere available in the problem. Over recovery of overhead in cost accounts rupees 180. Simply it is given. In financial account we call it as expense, whereas for the same expense in cost account we call it as your overhead. Overhead and expense, they are synonymous, but the word expense will be used in financial account, whereas the term overhead will be used in cost account. Now, just now having told, presume, make an assumption, profit and loss account is debited under the head or under the caption expenses at rupees 200. Here under the fifth transaction, over recovery of overhead in cost account is rupees 180. Say, definitely to have a convincing approach, it does mean to say that overhead incorporated in cost accounts, it is bound to be rupees 380. It is bound to be 380 because here again don't go into ascertain the figure of rupees 380. 380 I have arrived at in the sense 200 profit and loss account debited, cost account overhead recovered at 380, implying that say your overhead is over recovered by a magnitude of rupees 180. So now when overhead over recovered in cost books by a magnitude of rupees 180, definitely its impact upon profitability is concerned, our profit as per cost accounts is bound to come down or is bound to get deflated, either deflated or is bound to come down by a margin of rupees 180. Definitely, when it has resulted in reducing the profit as per cost books by a magnitude of rupees 180, it has to be added back. It has to be added back. Definitely. As such, in solution, add. Second entry for addition is concerned over recovery of overhead in cost account rupees 180. Now, profit as per cost account 28,660. To 28,660, you have to add rupees 30 being bank interest credited only in financial account, and over recovery of overhead in cost accounts rupees 180, thus totaling to rupees 28,870. Now, you come to the deduction items, that is under the head or under the caption less. Directors fees not charged in cost accounts 1050. Provision for bad debt entered only in financial account but not in cost account 970. Then provision for income tax rupees 8300. Now, these three items are to be added. Out of rupees 28,870, these three items having been deducted, the resultant figure would be profit as per financial account. Profit as per financial account, it is put at rupees 18,550. Now, you go through the first paragraph in the problem. The net profit as per financial account of UB Limited amounted to rupees 18,550. Say thus, this is the way in which we have to bring about reconciliation in between the differing profitability reflected in one sets of account called as financial account and another sets of account called as your cost account. It is 100% replica of bank reconciliation statement which you had prepared when you were at, it seems, first PUC. 100% replica reproduction of bank reconciliation statement. In your first PUC, you have reconciled or you have prepared reconciliation statement, that is profit as per cash book and profit as per passbook. You used to reconcile, but here only the difference being we are reconciling the profit as per cost records or profit as per cost account and profit as per financial account, or also called as profit as per profit and loss account. Hope you are gradually getting a bit adjusted with the way in which the problems and solutions are being either debated or they are being exhibited. During our offline classes, again definitely 100% we can go in for reproducing almost all these academic aspects. Thank you.